Alright, now we're on to 2.7, and 2.7 is pretty much just all memorization. It's about certain derivatives, and we'll see that right now. Starting off, it asks what's the derivative of cosine of x, and we can't really figure this out, but the derivative of cosine of x is negative sine of x, and the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x, and you just have to know that. And then we'll get to an example problem real quick. Alright, this is the example problem. Find f prime of x if f of x is 2 sine of x minus 5 cosine of x. So let's just get started. Let's rewrite it real quick. 2 sine of x minus 5 cosine of x. Now we just gotta take the derivative on the left. The derivative of sine of x is cosine of x, and the 2 stays. 2 cosine of x minus, now we do the derivative of cosine of x, and that is negative sine of x. But the 5 also stays, so we do 5 times the negative sine of x. The negatives cancel, so you end up with 2 cosine of x plus, bad plus, 5 sine of x. That is your answer. Alright, next up, we're going to be talking about the derivative of a function that is a to the x, where a is any constant like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever, and the derivative of e to the x. That's an awful e, but this is e. E to the x, Euler's number. So the derivative of a number a to the x is a to the x times the natural log of a. And you can use that same logic on the right side, because e is just a number. So if you do e to the x and take the derivative, you end up with e to the x times the natural log of e. But the natural log of e is just 1, so this cancels. So the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. Alright, this is the next example problem. F of x is 2 to the x plus 3 e to the x, and we have to find f prime of x. So we'll start by taking the derivative. The derivative of 2 to the x is going to be 2 to the x times the natural log of 2. And the derivative of 3 times e to the x is going to be 3 times e to the x, since the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. And that's our final answer, 2 to the x times natural log of 2 plus 3 times e to the x. Alright, lastly is the derivative of logarithms. This gets kind of complicated, but pretty much for a logarithm with the base a of x, the derivative will be the derivative of x, which we'll call whatever this is, whatever it's of, we'll call it u. So it'll be u prime all over u, which will in this case is x, and then times the natural log of the base a. This looks kind of complicated, but let's say we have log base 10 of x, and the derivative of x is just 1, so it'll be 1 over u is just x times the natural log of 10, and it's just like that. For the natural log of x, you can use the same logic. It is u prime over u. The natural log gets cancelled because the base is e for the natural log, so that ends up becoming 1. So in this case, the natural log of x, the derivative of x is 1, so it becomes 1 over x. And that's how you do that. Alright, let's try this practice problem real quick. It's log base 7 of x plus ln of 2x plus 5 cosine of x minus 3 e to the x plus 5 to the x. And we're going to get the derivative of this. So let's start with log base 7 of x. We do u prime, so it's 1 over x times the natural log of 7, and then plus, let's go on to ln of 2x. It's going to be u prime, so derivative of 2x is 2, all over 2x. And then we go into the cosine, 5 cosine of x. The derivative of cosine is negative sine, so it'll be negative 5 sine of x. Now let's go into the 3e to the x minus, and the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x. So it'll be minus 3e to the x. And then we have 5 to the x, and the derivative of that is 5 to the x times the natural log of 5. And that's pretty much it. You can simplify this too and just get 1 over x. And that's pretty much it for the derivative though. Now you know how to do all that.